And it's been good because it's taken a long time, but it's come a long way.
It's just amazing to have all of you here, and I don't need to tell all of you, especially the officers that are here, that we work in one of the most violent areas in the country. You know, 77th historically has over 100, homicides a year. So the kids that we work with, the kids that are here, live in that community. And God bless all of you guys, for being successes in life, right? And, this program has helped them get through some of the most traumatic situations kids can ever face. And we want to thank you for that, Justine, from the bottom of our hearts. Can we give her one more round of applause, guys?
You're a tiger, you're a tiger, you're a tiger. Over here, over here.
Where I grew up, there was sometimes shooting and fires and things like that. And it gets me worried because I feel like if something like that's going to happen to my family. We were doing this therapeutic activity where we were talking about memories that we were having a hard time, and then I was talking about my dad.
And this kid had just lost his dad 2 weeks prior to him coming here. And the kid was crying, and we didn't understand why. He said, hey, my dad, just lost his life.
I'm literally watching over the shoulder of the child a horse. I just happened to glance over. The horse is facing away. The horse literally turns, does a double take. Walks over to the child and starts to rub his face on the child. And then rests his head on the shoulder of this little boy.
I felt comfort, and I wasn't scared that he was gonna bite me because I knew that he's trying to help me.
You can't imagine what that's like. I can't explain to you what that's like. I can't even begin to express how I felt, and all the officers that were there with me on that day, what happened at that moment, and to see the demeanor of the child and all of us as adults, and to see how that horse just basically took control and was basically saying, it's gonna be okay, you're gonna be all right, and if you're not, don't worry, I'm here to take care of you.
The purpose of this is not to not think about something. The purpose of this is every time you think about something, you cut yourself and you bring yourself back to this present moment. So my role is part of the therapy. I focus most on the human behavior and the way that the horses are helping this human beings. Notice how the air is going in and out of your lungs. We have horses coming from all over the place, from different states, from different cities, and with different backgrounds. The same things that we have kids coming from different places, from different races, different backgrounds, different stories.
Free Rein is a program of taking wounded horses and wounded people, putting them together, and healing both of them. And in the meantime, side thing of that is that there's a bunch of volunteers that also get a lot of satisfaction of taking care of the horses.
So we're gonna ask you to do something as a community right now. As a community, you're gonna go ahead over there and represent what safety versus fear looks like. And we have all this space, we have tools around the place, and we have them to represent this.
Okay, safety and fear. So we're looking at, what do we think? How are we gonna show?
His eyes are red, so probably fear.
Fear? Okay.
Or safety.
I would say comfort at this point, because he's walking right up to us like it's no big deal.
I think it would be safety.
Safety? So we'll say safety.
They're, in many areas, they're overpopulating the parks in which they live, and so it then becomes a problem. And so that's why they all have to get rounded up, and getting adopted out is probably the best option that they could have.
Being rescued is a huge thing for them. You know? Right now they have a place to live, they have food, they have shelter, they have people to take care of them, when meanwhile they were in wild, or they were abandoned, or they were just mistreated. So that's the main focus of here, just to be taking care of them because they have a tough life.
Horses face going to the slaughterhouse because, like I said, they're overpopulating the area in which they live. And if we don't find them a home, then that's pretty much the end of the road for them. So our job is extremely important. We're saving these horses' lives and finding them people who can take care of them for the rest of their lives. So.
From your moment back then when you came to your moment now, you said there's a familiarity to it.
Yeah.
What else what other senses do you get when you come here?
Sense of peace, that you could be yourself.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Wow, that's amazing. Why?
Because like Sylvia was saying, like you come from home like with all these problems, with all these hesitations, and then once you get here, it's like an open environment. Like it's just you feeling peaceful. Sometimes we don't always need somebody who, when we want to express our emotions, like, you know, if I talk to you about I'm feeling sad, you're always going to respond with me like it's going to be okay. You know, we don't always need that. We sometimes just need somebody or something to hear us out, and they're the ones that actually give us that patience. They actually sit there, and even when you're sad, they approach you and they know when you're sad or when you're not feeling the correct way.
I've said many times, and I've said this to kids, I think the kids teach us more than we teach them. I think the kids humble us. I think the kids literally will knock us off our high horse. We think because we're the adults that we know better. We think because we're the police, we're definitely trained and know more. But, you know the saying, out of the mouths of babes, kids will literally teach the adults as much as we teach kids.
Anywhere else in your lives where you felt fear and that's turned into safety?
Here when I first met my grandpa, because I met him when I was 10. So I was feared to meet him because I said, why come now, like when I'm older? So I had that fear of me meeting him, and not, like I remember the first time I saw him, I was scared even to shake his hand. So afterwards we started getting along more together. That's where I start feeling safety. That even though I was his grandchild and I met him after 10 years of me being born, like I felt safety being with him, talking to him, and being more confident with him.
One-on-one moment with the horse was when the horse shed a tear. I started tearing off a lot. That's when I started crying, and I didn't want to show it to the rest. I don't know what was going through the horse's mind, but I started seeing the scars that it had, and it started reminding me of all the scars that were in my life that I had to get back up and heal from it. And seeing that horse like that, they remind me a lot of things. And then after I cleaned that tear off that horse, I cleaned mine, and I was like, no, we have to get back up. And that's when I got the horse kind of going to another way instead of just being there and standing.
The greatness about this program, about being with the horses, is that I get to talk about it without being forced to do it. It's not easy to talk about yourself out of nothing. I also do therapy in a regular office, and it takes more time to have someone to open up and to share what really is going on. It makes a huge difference.
It opened my eyes that animals can actually help individuals, not just kids, but just us as individuals, as far as an adults or whatnot, understanding us, their behavior. They have also been victim of abuse, and how they have overcome things, and how they react and how we react to them.
Be in the nature and hang around the sense of animals, because animals cure your like happiness and stuff.
There are so many kids being neglected, abused, forgotten, just pushed off to the side. And a program like this not only brings the kids in together, but it allows us to know that the kids need help. And it doesn't really matter where you're from. It doesn't matter black, white, what religion you are. It doesn't matter. This is about children. It's about humanity. This is what this program's about.
Hey everyone, Cody Broadway here. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out the NBCLX YouTube channel. Be sure to click here for more videos and also click here to subscribe to join the NBCLX community.